Hey guys, welcome back. Now we are at episode 3 of the Affordable Smart Home, and as you know, we look at various smart home devices that you can get without burning a hole in your pocket, and I hope it's been informative so far. In episode 1 and 2, we looked at lights, focusing on smart bulbs and smart switches, okay? Now, if you missed those episodes, I'll put a link to both of them in the description below. Now, we all have some appliances at home, whether it's a TV, a hi-fi set, maybe just some kitchen appliances. Now, wouldn't it be nice if some of these devices are smart home enabled? Well, in this episode, we're going to be looking at smart plugs and how they can actually be one of the most versatile smart home devices around. And stick around till the end because I have a very special smart home device that I recently discovered that I think might be one of the most creative smart home devices out there. So this is a smart plug. Well, it's one of a multitude of smart plugs that you can get online. And how does it work? Well, it's really simple. Basically, you plug your appliance in here, and on this end, you plug it to your power outlet, and then from here, you can control by switching it on or off. That's simple. So, what are some of the examples that you can use this for that would be useful? Well, if you remember in our first episode, I had the lamp over here, and I actually switched it on or off by using a smart bulb. Now, an alternative to that would be to actually use this. So for this one, what I would do is I would plug the lamp here, and then on this end, I'll plug it to the wall, which pretty much gives me the same control. I can switch it on, I can switch it off, I can set a schedule on when I want it to be switched on or off. The only downside would be with this, I will not be able to dim the lights, whereas with a smart bulb, I can dim or brighten and even change color. So, what else? Now, okay, I have my smart plug here that I use for my rice cooker. Now, I have my rice cooker here as well. I'm gonna put it here. Now, how it works is really simple. I just plug it in. Okay, usually it's already plugged in. And then I go, hey, turn on the rice cooker.
Alright, turning the rice cooker on.
Yeah, easy. So you might be wondering, why do I need a smart plug for my rice cooker? Well, this rice cooker doesn't have a power switch on it. The only way to switch it on or off is at the outlet itself. Now, this is actually quite out of the way for me. It's under where I place the rice cooker. So it's a lot easier for me just to have the smart plug where I can just tell to switch it on or off. Okay, now there are many uses for smart plug, but one particular use that I'd like to mention in this video is really to do with phone chargers. Now, I used to have a really bad habit where I would come home and before I go to bed, I would charge my phone and leave it there all the way until the next day. Now, that's really bad for two reasons. Number one, even if your charger is on but not charging a phone, it still draws power. So that's not a very efficient thing to do. Secondly, leaving your phone to charge overnight is not a good thing. It actually shortens the lifespan of your battery. Okay, so what I do now, I have a smart plug where I plug my charger in, and what I do is I set a schedule. So let's say, for example, if I go to bed at 11, all right, the phone charger would switch off at 12. All right, so that way you only charge it for an hour, and what you are effectively doing is, number one, being more efficient with your electricity, and two, you're actually extending the lifespan of your battery. All right, now let's talk prices. Now, the great thing about smart plugs is that there's so many on the market, and they're all generally really affordably priced. I've got a few, and I'm going to show them to you, and they've all worked really well for me. All right, so the very first one that I ever bought, maybe about 2 years ago, is this. This is the Oittm. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Oittm. So basically, it's the Oittm smart plug. Now, I bought this about 2 years ago, and at that time, I bought it at about $25. Okay, which at the time was really, really good. Now, recently, you can actually get this for about $20. And because there's so many out there, there are actually ones that are even cheaper, and some of them are actually even smaller. All right, so you have this one. This is by a company called Sonoff. Okay, so this one, let me open it up. Okay, it's about the same size. This one is only about $14 or $15. All right, still works great, no issues at all. All right, I also have this. Now, this one is from a more, I think, commonly known brand. So TP-Link, as you know, they make routers and all that. This one comes in at about $23 as well. See, it's around the same price, and this is a well-known brand. okay? Now I mentioned that some of them are smaller. Now I found this, okay? I found this on Lazada. And by the way, of all these smart plugs, I'll have the link to purchase all of this in the video description below, okay? Now this one is really small, all right? And it's only about $13. And I've been testing it for a while, and so far I've had absolutely no issue. None of these have caused any issue at all, so they're all pretty durable. Sounds great, right? Well, generally yes, smart plugs are really affordable until you start to think about the number of appliances that you want to connect smart plugs to, and then you realize that it might get really expensive. Let me give you an example. Now in my room, I have about 7 devices where it would be useful to connect it to a smart plug. Now I could buy individual smart plugs for each of the 7 devices. If each smart plug was $20, that would be about $140. Now I could do that, or I could get this. All right, now you saw me use this earlier in the video, but actually this is a smart power strip. All right, so the power strip itself is smart. So I have 3 outlets here, and I have 4 USB ports. Now each outlet can be individually switched on and off. However, for the 4 USB ports, now you can only switch all 4 on or off. That's a small thing really, considering how much money you would save with this. So when are smart plugs not really useful? Now, it really depends on the appliance. Now, if you have some appliances like, for example, microwave ovens or even like your convection ovens, where after you turn it on, you still need to set things like temperature, maybe time, it wouldn't really help to have a smart plug. Now, another one would be like, for example, a kettle, and I have my kettle here, all right? So the kettle here, I can actually get a smart plug and I can switch it on or off, but I still have to press this down to start boiling. So using a smart plug to switch it on or off doesn't really help at all. So before you go on your smart plug shopping spree, think about the devices that you were thinking of using a smart plug on, and think about whether it's really useful or beneficial. And now, for that bonus smart device I was talking about, it's this, all right? So this is the Switchbot, all right? Now, it's more of a smart switch, or closer to a smart switch than it is to a smart plug. Now, how it works is it actually has a small tiny little arm that it sticks out to switch something on or off. Now, I think this is a really fantastic original idea, and I really like the design. Now, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to test this, but my buddy Khai over at Tic Tac Store has already done a review, and he absolutely loves it. He actually calls it
the best in the world.
Now, whether I agree or not remains to be seen, but I'm gonna test this out myself, and I'll have my own review coming up very shortly. Okay, that just about wraps up this episode of the Affordable Smart Home. Now, if you think I've missed anything, or if you have any questions, please drop a comment below and I'll definitely respond. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to receive notifications on our next video. I'm JP, and I'll see you real soon.